Pisces, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing our monthly reading and we are in May right now. Just know this is a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate, totally okay. Just leave it for those that need to hear right now and come back for the next month's reading. But try to take the information that I do give you and place it in a way that makes the most sense in your life. And what I mean by that is maybe it's not the same subject, maybe it's not the same topic, but the theme is there. It's the same, I guess, message that needs to be to get across. So maybe it's not like, for example, like a relationship thing. Maybe it's something to do with family and friends instead, but place that, whatever I tell you, in whatever situation or whatever's happening in your life currently, so that it does make sense for you and that you can get benefit from hearing one of these messages. But let's go ahead, see what your guides have to say. Everyone has got, like, I swear I've shuffled this before. I'm just so shocked with how tumultuous this past, like, month was for everybody. So, like, earth sign, I feel like a few earth signs, fire signs, air, and water. You guys are water. So, I think someone just got this also, like, two readings ago. Maybe it was a water sign. I don't quite remember. Cancer. I don't even remember. I'm not going to lie. But this is no, wait, postpone, pause, say no. And it's just crazy to me because I feel so bad that this is like, I feel like everyone's gotten taken down a peg from whatever's happened, like astrologically. Because look at the storm in the background. This is what's happening internally. This is what I keep saying to everyone. That's like what I'm feeling is happening on the inside. Like there's a loss of control. And so this is the time to not do things and kind of realign yourself. Pause. I know like a delay is like not something that you really want, but it needs to happen in order for things to align with you better. Because if you push for something, you're going to push it further away. You won't receive, it'll be delayed, or whatever your energy is going in, even though when you should be like coming within and taking care of yourself. If you're not okay, it's like laws of attraction. You're going to bring in things that you don't want. Or like if you have a goal that you're working on, you're going to bring it in the worst way possible. You know what I mean? Growth. So this is what's happening internally. Yeah. So this is, again, you are going through some changes. This is not, again, the time to make moves. I know I feel like I keep saying that almost every reading, and everyone's like, well, when do I start doing things? When you're ready. You're just not ready. And especially now, as I think a lot hit the fan, especially with all the retrogrades. So just keep that in mind. That makes so much sense. Yeah. So this is what's happening on the inside. We have the Hanged Man, the Justice card, and the World. So right now, again, Hanged Man, you're at a standstill. You're at a standstill because you're learning your life lessons. You're looking at the bigger picture of everything that's happening. There's a balance that you're trying to make within yourself, within your situation, whatever that may be. You're trying to make things make sense right now. And so there's a lot of moving pieces. And the World, this is like your goals. Like you have goals in place that you want. And again, you're trying to make everything make sense. And like that's a process in itself. And I feel like we want things to just happen, but that's just not how life works. So right now, like with everything that's happened and you trying to make sense of everything and make a balance, like there is no like, okay, like for example, I don't know, if you are making plans for travel, and that's your goal is to travel, like make those plans, but don't pull any triggers because I think like you are in an emotional state right now and you will make decisions emotionally instead of logically, if that makes sense. So keep that in mind. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is 5 of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and then the 8 of Swords. So there's something that broke down. I feel like some sort of loss, the things that happened quite recently. Again, there's a lot of stuff that happened with everybody. So you're not alone. And emotionally, it's left you feeling the loss. There's some kind of grief around that, whether it's financial, it doesn't have to be because I know it's Pentacles, but it could be. But there's some sense of like, maybe loss of goals, loss of like I had an idea, now it backfired, so I can't do it. Or like I had like, a budget and now I can't like do X, Y, and Z because the budget doesn't let me. There's just something within that, like a grief, grieving something that you couldn't do. And Page of Swords and Eight of Swords, I'm getting like it's like you're in your own way, like within this situation. Um, and so like if you can get yourself to be out of your own way, you will have the opportunity to basically see the truth about something. There isn't a message of something that's coming that's like the truth. So that you have to give yourself the ability to keep growing and moving forward in the situation that you want. So there's information that wants to come through, but you're in your own way because you're grieving this loss. You're grieving this, like, well, it could have been, should have been, but that's not what it was meant for you. You know what I mean? And so, like, you're growing right now and not supposed to be making any moves. The goals that you want may be a little bit different. It might not be exactly what you envisioned, and that's okay because, like, that's what we sometimes manifestation is. We expect, like, X, Y, and Z, but it comes in a way that it's a bit different, but it's still exactly what you wanted and it comes in different because what we were meant for was that. And it's still the same thing, and the happiness and joy is there. And, I just think we don't tend to see it that way. So again, not the time to make moves. There's a lot happening internally, and your guides see you. Canary spirit, sing your song, your own song. So this is within the work community, career, finances. I feel like you have to stop relying on other people. I feel like you need to spread your own wings and stop relying on other people and listening to other people's advice. Like, it's good to get people's advice. And again, like, not the time to say yes, okay? This is a moment of, like, you take information, but you have to learn to spread your own wings and get to that point. So we're at the, like, working our way up, the momentum thing, and growing and learning, like, what is it that you can do on your own without, like, everyone's, like, breathing down your neck. You know what I mean? World came out again. That's, yeah. So this is all beautiful things right now that are popping up. We have the World, the Empress, and the Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, this is like the goal, part of your goals, because since this came up again, the World came up again. It came up emotionally. So a lot of what's going on internally is because of the growth is with work thing. That's why it's like, if I get the same card, it's almost connected. So this is your goals. Part of your goals is this. Part of your growth, part of your perspective and change, and maybe even some loss of what your aspect or your dream was in the beginning. I think now you're not chasing anymore. Like, I see that you're seeing that and not chasing. You're not chasing the people. You're not trying to get vying for whatever from other people to help you or whatever. It's like you're on your own. Like, I see you being on your own. And I see because you're doing that, you're receiving so much. I feel like opportunity is going to start coming in just because you're letting go of that and being like, I'm not chasing anymore. And so the doors start opening. And you might not see that now. It might happen later. But that's what's going to happen because the energy needs to still, like, trickle in, And Queen of Pentacles, this is you. This is your energy. Like, the finance aspect is going to be beautiful because you're literally spreading your wings. You're building your own stability within yourself, within this situation on your own. You're nurturing yourself in that way. Instead of having everyone out, like, getting nurture from someone else, you're doing this on your own. So that's beautiful. What you don't see, and this is the best part, what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, Strength, 2 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. So emotional fulfillment, balance within the situation, work-life balance, everything that you basically wanted and dreamt of, as long as you're able to spread your own wings and build yourself up in this moment in May, the world is going to be yours. The doors will open. You are going to have emotional fulfillment, 10 completion. All of that is beautiful within that aspect. So keep that in mind. And again, you're going through a lot. Don't expect this to happen overnight. Don't expect this to happen even at the end of the month. It can. But again, like, you are, in a sense, like, grieving some things. A lot has happened, interpersonal. Like, there's other things. It's not just this. There's so much stuff that happened. This is just, like, a vague description of what you're going through. So remember that when you're, like, listening to this reading. South Node, destined to release. Yes. So, this could be friendship, family, relationship, coworkers. Like, say no. Like, you're trying to release some stuff within the relationship aspect, which is also tied in with the growth. And it's so interesting because the colors of these cards are pretty similar. But there is some growth aspect that is, like, happening within this, like, whatever relationship. So all tied, everything's tied together. I feel like you've seen it coming. Again, like I think these are your guys, like the whole no card, like your guys are almost telling you like no. Like if you have a question right now and you're like coming into this video like wanting to like, hey, like a yes or no question and the answer is no, like that's what it's for. So keep that in mind. Man, I just feel like you are consistently having to defend yourself. And this is interesting that that came up again. So this is all linked. The emotional aspect is also linked to this too, because same cards came out. We have the Seven of Wands, Knight of Swords in reverse, Page of Pentacles. There is somebody, whether it be a past relationship, friends, family, or current relationship, there's someone like super, super toxic, like overbearing, pushy. You are consistently having to defend yourself. And like, it's like super toxic. And it's very overbearing. It's almost like it's like unnecessary. Like stay in your lane, my dude. You know what I mean? Like where are you coming off thinking you can talk to me like that? Like that's the energy and the attitude I'm getting. And like, I don't feel like you even like say anything back. For them to be able to like go away. Like I see you defending yourself in a calm, peaceful way. Again, like like you haven't have to consistently defend yourself, but like I see them consistently. They're still there. They're still weirdly there. So no, the answer to this card, you like, no, like boundaries. Page of Pentacles, like this is a message of stability that is coming from the fact that you are destined to release something. So if you are able to say no and walk away from this and release this energy, release this person, Seven of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, and then the 10 of Cups, there is going to be mourning. You are going to mourn this because I think this is something that you've probably had a relationship with this person for a good amount of time, enough for you to be able to like feel hurt by the fact that you walked away because you make this decision. I feel like you are able to put this behind you and it's going to be a loss. But the Seven of Pentacles, like you're planting seeds for something new. Whatever that means, maybe it's like you're planting the seeds of happiness for within yourself or happiness to, and maybe you're like reaching out, networking with other people. Maybe you're putting yourself out there on dates. Whatever the case may be, you're planting seeds and watching them grow. And it's about being patient. Nothing's going to happen today. Nothing's going to happen tomorrow. Again, this is a time to pause. Again, say no, pause. So all this intertwined, but I see there, this is the second time, 10 of Cups. The emotional fulfillment is there. Whatever that is, I don't see a person coming in if you are single or breaking up right now. That's not the point. Point is growth and trying to come within, mourn whatever loss there is. Realign yourself with what you want. The situation isn't what it was and what you expected, and that's okay because it wasn't meant for you. And the picture that you want is going to be completely something different, but you're going to be so happy with it. And I'm telling you right now, I promise you that that's going to be the case. It's just all about perspective and all about like changing like our attitude towards things. But once you're able to release this, I do see like the happiness coming your way, whatever that looks like. And we can dig into that next month to kind of see what that is if you're able to release it. And we all free will. We don't need to necessarily do that. But the free will is there. So if you do, and as a collective, if everyone does that, we'll have another reading that shows like we've moved on. You know what I mean? And maybe a new person comes in or new friendships or whatever the case may be. And I think that is something to look forward to, having hope and faith in that. So if this message did resonate, definitely like and subscribe so you don't miss another one of these readings, and definitely leave a comment so that people, can not feel alone. There's a community around that, and it's super empowering to hear other people lift each other up. You know what I mean? I love that. So I appreciate you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.